Call to see if you can save money and get more benefits now. Don't delay. Call now. It's free. Call 1-800-346-4800. That's 1-800-346-4800 now.
Stream your news just like everything else you love with Local Now. It's completely free and ready to go when and where you are. Local Now. Find it in your favorite app store.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 89. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, cloudy intervals. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 73. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms. High 89. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
More money, that's coming to Florida to help with damage left behind from Hurricane Irma almost 2 years ago. Now, Governor Ron DeSantis says that the state has hit the mark to get a 90% share cost, and that will equal out to roughly $150 million in federal reimbursement for communities impacted by Irma. Now, Irma made landfall on Cudjoe Key as a Category 4 hurricane on September 10th, 2017, severely impacting the Florida Keys. All right, well, there you go. As we focus on the tropics, fortunately, no Irma's on tap here for us. A couple of invest areas, 2 in the eastern Pacific, and we've got 1 just off of the East Coast, so well off the East Coast right now, Invest 97. Now, remember, we were watching this area here just off the southeast coast for that to potentially develop. Didn't happen. Now it's located in that zone, actually certainly looking a little bit more healthy than it has been. There you can see the clouds that have blown up and sort of the circulation associated with it. So showers and thunderstorms here, co-located where we have that center of the circulation right now. But again, this thing's moving farther and farther away, so not looking for impacts from that. A bit farther to the south, we are dealing with a tropical wave that is moving its way through the western parts of the Caribbean. Now, it's not a wave in the waters of the ocean, but an atmospheric wave, and associated with that can be showers and storms, and that's what we're seeing bubbling up right now there in the western parts of the Caribbean. Not looking at signs of that developing at the moment, but what it is going to be bringing here, and we're fairly confident it is a lot of deep and tropical moisture associated with it, and that will spread out into the Gulf of Mexico by the time we get into the latter part of the weekend into the weekend, and that's going to mean a better shot for some steady rains. Now, there's an outside chance that we could see an area of low pressure, a weak area of low pressure, at least right now, that's what it looks like. That may try to develop here in the Gulf of Mexico, something that we'll monitor, nothing imminent, we'll monitor that, but again, it's the rainfall coming on in with that moisture surge that is expected. So the GFS model, look at how much it paints here in south central parts of Louisiana. Widespread 3 to 5 inches, some areas 5+ inches of rainfall will be possible there. Now, the European model, not as gung-ho on painting that amount of rainfall in that zone. There is a bit of a bullseye, and you can see that showing up there, 3 to 5 inches there for you, but certainly not as widespread. But that looks to be that zone of where we could be looking at some heavy rainfall as we head to the end of the week and through the weekend. Out over the reaches of the Atlantic, really, really quiet times. I mean, we don't even see much in the way of cloud cover across what is known as that main development region here of the Atlantic. And boy, it's been a quiet August. Nothing has developed. Now, the average number of storms in August, named storms, is 3. 2 of those becoming hurricanes. Again, we've had nothing. This is actually the first time since 1997. That was the last August that we had no named storms that showed up. We'll see if that continues here as we round out this month of August. Leon?
All right, interesting times, Alex. Well, this week, Iceland mourns its first glacier lost to climate change. But unfortunately, it won't be the last. The Weather Channel's Dave Malkoff is in Iceland investigating the ripple effect this is having worldwide.
For a few hours this weekend, my feet were walking on ancient snowfall that has not been visible in thousands of years. This is the Sulaima-Jökull Glacier in southern Iceland. A glacier is what happens to snowfall when you add time, pressure, and an Arctic environment. But these glaciers are melting much faster than scientists expected. Earlier this month, 11 billion tons of glacier ice melted next door in Greenland, all in one day.
I think it's super important for both kids and adults to come out and experience nature and actually interact with it like we're doing right now. We're walking on a glacier.
Our guide, Gadi, has been on this Icelandic glacier for 15 years and has seen it melt away fast.
This year is a feature that's been here for at least 10 years.
How long until this is in the ocean?
This will probably be gone, most of it probably in 1 or 2 years. Like this whole hole is going to move down. The whole thing is going to move down.
Majestic canyon.
Yeah.
One of the most gorgeous things I've ever seen.
It is.
80 miles north of us at the exact same time, this group was hiking to another glacier, but they did not find it there. Rice University researcher Simone Howell tells us what's known as the OK Glacier has all but melted away.
It is the first recognized, named major glacier in Iceland to be lost to climate change.
And when land-based ice melts in the Arctic, it flows out to the ocean, raising sea levels worldwide. This is all part of a larger Weather Channel original program we are working on called Meltdown. If the Arctic stays this warm, scientists now believe all of the ice in Iceland could now be at risk.
They will melt away within 200 years as forecasted.
Sometimes it's difficult for people to kind of get their head around the science. Maybe people feel controversial about it, but this is a way of having a different kind of emotional connection to the loss of these beautiful ice forms that are being lost.
This is where the sea level rise is coming from. This meltdown is changing the world. In Iceland, Dave Malkoff, the Weather Channel.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible to see all that. I mean, just as you mentioned, I mean, this stuff has been there forever.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing it just melting away.
I know, it's dangerous times, and it's something just for you to be aware of as we get through the next several years, right? Well, heat and storms, 2 words we can't get away from this week.
And it's right, Liana, storms rumbling through the Midwest and into the Northeast, bringing gusty winds, rain, lightning, flooding, and in some cases, some pretty significant damage. Coming up, how those storms could impact your plans today and tomorrow. That's next on Weather Center Live. Right now, we're dealing with some wet weather. St. Paul, Minnesota, in the thick of things right now.
With bipolar 1 disorder, it can feel like there's too much to do, and you need to do it all. But mania, such as unusual changes in your mood, activity, or energy levels, can leave you on shaky ground. Ask your healthcare provider about Vraylar. Vraylar treats acute mania of bipolar 1 disorder and was proven in adults with mixed episodes who have both mania and depression. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol, weight gain, high blood sugar, and decreased white blood cells, both of which can be serious or fatal, dizziness upon standing, falls, seizures, impaired judgment, heat sensitivity, and trouble swallowing may occur. Ask if Vraylar can help you find your balance.
Fruit Loops, a delicious part of this complete breakfast.
Hey, Luke, wake up.